It was a quiet morning when Clint Eastwood's car broke down on a small, seemingly forgotten stretch of road. Far from the glamour of Hollywood, this place felt like a world away. The engine sputtered and came to a halt just as Clint was driving through a remote town. A slight frown creased his brow. He had been on the road for hours, and his schedule was tight. Clint stepped out of the car and looked around, unsure of what to do. The town was small, and there wasn't much activity except for an old mechanic's shop up the road. It seemed like his only option. Walking towards the garage, Clint entered and found an elderly man working on an old, rusted engine. The man looked up, his eyes squinting at the sight of the legendary actor standing in front of him. Clint, ever composed, extended his hand. "I've got a bit of a problem with my car. Could you take a look?" The mechanic, without hesitation, nodded. "Of course, Mr. Eastwood. I'll have a look at it for you." The small town had no idea the kind of encounter it was about to witness. Asterisk, where are you watching this story from? Let us know in the comments below, asterisk. The mechanic, whose name was Jim, was a man of few words. His hands were steady, and he worked with a quiet precision that came from years of experience. Clint watched as Jim got to work on the engine, his weathered hands moving with practiced ease. "This is a fine piece of machinery, Mr. Eastwood," Jim said as he carefully inspected the car's engine. "Built to last, but even the best of them need a little maintenance." Clint nodded, impressed by the man's knowledge. "I can tell. You've been doing this for a while, haven't you?" Jim chuckled, wiping his brow. "Longer than you'd believe. I've seen every kind of engine you can think of. Never thought I'd see one of yours in here, though." Clint smiled, appreciating Jim's honesty. "I guess we all have our surprises," Clint said. As the hours passed, the two men shared stories, with Clint listening intently to Jim's tales of the past. There was no rush, no agenda, just two men from different worlds, talking about life. By the time Jim finished the repairs, Clint's car was running like new. Jim didn't want to charge Clint the full amount, knowing the actor could afford anything, but Clint insisted. "You did great work, Jim. You've earned it," Clint said, handing over the money with a smile. Asterisk, what do you think about this unexpected connection between Clint and the mechanic? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, asterisk. A week went by, and Clint couldn't stop thinking about the encounter with Jim. The simplicity of the moment, the kindness of the elderly mechanic, and the genuine connection they had made stayed with him. Clint knew that Jim's small garage wasn't the most popular place in town. It was hidden in plain sight, tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the modern world. Yet, Jim had shown him something that Clint hadn't expected to find in the midst of his busy life: humility and genuine hard work. Clint had been around famous people all his life, but he had always believed that the most valuable experiences came from unexpected places. He thought about how many people took the time to appreciate the small things in life, people like Jim, who did their job day in and day out, without seeking praise or attention. That's when Clint made up his mind. He would go back and do something for Jim that would show his appreciation for what the mechanic had done for him. But he wasn't going to just send a thank you note. Clint had something bigger in mind. Asterisk, do you think Clint's gesture will surprise Jim? Let us know in the comments below, asterisk. The following week, Clint drove back to the small town. This time, he wasn't just passing through. He had a plan. He arrived at Jim's garage, parking his car right in front of it. As he got out, Jim was already there, working on another vehicle. Clint approached him, a smile on his face. "Hey, Jim, you got a minute?" Jim looked up, surprised to see Clint again. "Mr. Eastwood. I wasn't expecting to see you today. What brings you back?" Clint's smile widened. "Well, I've been thinking about our last conversation. I've got a little surprise for you." Jim was puzzled but intrigued. Clint led him to the back of the garage where a brand new set of tools lay waiting. "I noticed you've been using those old tools of yours for a while," Clint said. "I thought you might like a fresh set, something a little more up to date." Jim's eyes widened in disbelief. "You're giving these to me?" Clint nodded. "Consider it a thank you for fixing my car so well, and for reminding me that there's more to life than just the fast pace of Hollywood." Jim, overwhelmed with gratitude, shook his head in disbelief. "I don't know what to say, Clint. This is more than generous. You didn't have to do this." Clint shrugged, his voice soft but firm. "Sometimes, we all need a little reminder of what really matters. You're a good man, Jim. You deserve this." Jim couldn't help but smile. He had spent his life fixing cars, but this was the kind of thing that made it all worthwhile. What do you think of Clint's surprise gesture? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Word of Clint's visit to the small-town mechanic spread quickly. People in the town, who had known Jim for years, were amazed by Clint's generosity. Jim had always been a humble man, never seeking attention or recognition for his hard work. But Clint's gesture had given him something he never expected: respect. The new tools were a reminder of how small acts of kindness could have a profound impact. As Jim got to work with his new tools, he couldn't stop thinking about Clint's words. "Sometimes, we all need a little reminder of what really matters." Clint had left the town that day, but his influence lingered. The mechanic's garage became a place not just for car repairs, but a symbol of the unexpected connections that could change people's lives. Clint had left a lasting impression, not because of who he was, but because of what he did. The kindness he showed had made all the difference. If you enjoyed this heartwarming story, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more incredible moments like this. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new updates. Let me know if you need any more stories.